Hello lovely viewers, you are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this lesson, we shall be discussing how to write informal letters. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on all our new videos. Once again, let us assure you of a very interesting discussion. Get ready for this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the features of a friendly letter. Write down the features of a friendly letter. Informal letters are letters exchanged by people and relations. In most cases, the two people writing informal letters know each other very well. However, letters to pen pals also fall within the category of informal letters. Pen pals do not know each other, but in the course of interaction, they get to know each other very well. Have you ever written a friendly letter before? Do you remember how you wrote it? List all the features of a friendly letter. Let's find out if your list includes the following. A friendly letter must have a sender's address, date, salutation, body, subscription, sender's name. We also look out for the following features in a friendly letter. The language of a friendly letter must be conversational in tone. You are free to use any jargon or terms. Such jargons or terms may be common to both of you. However, for the sake of examination, you need to explain such terms or jargons for clarity and understanding. When you write a friendly letter, you can use contracted expressions. Do you know what contracted expressions are? Look at the following sentences. I've got your letter. I'm glad to reply your letter. I'm sorry I can't make it to the party. I'll be there next week. The underlined part of the sentence is what we call contracted expression. They are not written in full. If we want to write them in full, how will we write each of them? I have got your letter. I am glad to reply your letter. I am sorry I can't make it to the party. I will be there next week. In a friendly letter, your language must be simple and straightforward. If you use complex and bloated language, your letter will look like an academic piece of writing. Though we have said earlier that you can use jargons or terminologies, if you overuse them, your writing will not be interesting. In this chapter, we have talked about the features of an informal letter. We were very specific on friendly letters. We identified that a friendly letter must have the following features: sender's address, date, salutation, body of the letter, subscription, name, and conversational tone. In this next chapter, we are going to study in detail some of the features of an informal letter. To be specific, friendly letters. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to write an appropriate address for a friendly letter, write an appropriate date for a friendly letter, identify the various forms of salutations used in a friendly letter. We mentioned earlier on that friendly letters must have a sender's address. Usually, the sender's address is written at the top right side of the sheet of paper Always remember that it does not include the sender's name. Generally, the sender's address is set out in two ways: the slanted way and the straight way. Look at these two addresses below. 12 Amankwa Street, P.O. Box 2084, Ashanti. 12 Amankwa Street, P.O. Box 2084, Ashanti. Have you seen the differences in the two addresses? Can you write them down? In the first address, you see that it is slanted, but the date falls in line with the first letter of the first line. This is the slanted style. However, in the second address, everything is straight, right from the first letter of the first line to the date. This is a straight style. Let's also look at the punctuations of the address. An address can be punctuated or left without any punctuation marks. Both are correct. Another school of thought believes that the date is not part of the address, so if you decide not to punctuate the address, do punctuate the date. To avoid any confusion, why don't you punctuate everything and be free? Remember also that in most cases, there is a comma before the month and a full stop after the year. Most writers believe that the comma after the month is not mandatory. You can omit it. A very serious error most people commit is that they write the month of the year in a small letter. What reason will you give to support the fact that the month of the year must be in capital letters? We know you are aware that it is a proper noun. Let us look at the salutation of a friendly letter. When you write a letter to your friend, how do you salute your friend? Did you use Dear Joe or Dear Gina? If you did, you are right. You can also salute them by saying Hi Janet or Hi Jane, Hello Kwame, Hello King, My dear P, My dearest Kola. Some people begin their friendly letters with My dear friend. Do you think this salutation is appropriate? We believe that such a salutation is inappropriate because in real life situation, you don't interact with your friends that way. Don't you feel that if your friend keeps addressing you, dear friend, it looks very funny? Well, in this chapter, we have been able to accomplish the following. We have discussed how to put two types of addresses in a friendly letter. In our next chapter, we shall be looking at what is contained in the body of a friendly letter. Write the body of a friendly letter appropriate in style and content. Write a topic sentence. Expand the topic sentence using major and minor support sentences. Always remember that if you are writing any friendly letter, you have every liberty to write whatever you like without any restriction. However, if you are answering an examination question, the type of question places a limit on what you can write. The information you have to provide is based on the demand of the question. This will not permit you to write the way you want. We know that in a friendly letter, there are some conventions you need to observe. It is these conventions that makes your letter friendly in nature. These conventions include asking about your friend's health, an expression of disgust at your friend's failure or inability to reply your letter, an apology for not being able or having been able to write earlier, the use of contracted expressions and jargon. You can now move to write your friendly letter alongside the demands of the question. It is in the body of the friendly letter that we see the importance of paragraph development. How do you develop a paragraph? First, make the point, then develop the point by supporting the sentence you have made. This is what we call a major support sentence. You can further support the point using examples, statistics, or any relevant information. This is what we call a minor support sentence. We advise that, even though it is a friendly letter, avoid the use of clinch or meaningless or irrelevant phrases or sentences. Do you know what a clinch is? It is a sentence that has been used over and over again and therefore has lost its importance. An example of such sentence is, "The brightness of the day has given me the opportunity to pen you this letter." Using clinches makes your writing stale. It is very important for you to avoid the use of trite words, phrases, and ideas that have been used so often that they have become stale. For example, it may interest you to know that all the folks are hale and hearty. Trite language, like clinches, shows that little thoughts have gone into your writing and that the writer is only relying on other people's thoughts instead of his or her own opinion. The body of your letter is nearly always at least 5 paragraphs in length. It is quite long as it contains the meat of the letter. The first paragraph normally introduces the subject for discussion. However, there are certain conventions you must observe. It is these conventions that give your letter its friendly or personal tone. Some of the conventions are asking about your friend's health, thanking the friend for a favor or an offer made to you, an apology for not being able to write or reply to your friend's letter. The body contains major sentences or your topic sentences. Each topic sentence is developed in a paragraph. It is enhanced with major and minor support sentences. In this chapter, we have been able to discuss the features of the body of a friendly letter. We established the point that the body of a friendly letter, for the purpose of examination, should have at least 5 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction, while the last paragraph is the conclusion. The 3 paragraphs between the introduction and the conclusion conveys your message. There are some conventions which need to be observed in a friendly letter. They include the use of contracted expressions and jargons. In developing a paragraph, we need to consider our topic sentence and our support sentences. We have to try as much as possible to avoid the use of clinches or trite expressions because they make our writing stale. In our next chapter, we shall be discussing how to write an appropriate conclusion to your friendly letter. How to write an appropriate subscription to your friendly letter or informal letter. We believe that anytime you write a friendly letter, you write a concluding paragraph and a subscription. How do you write your concluding paragraph? A good concluding paragraph ties up with the introduction of your letter. In other words, the concluding paragraph links up the main ideas or ideas raised earlier on your piece of writing. In effect, your concluding paragraph serves as a summary to your writing. Though you are at liberty to conclude your friendly letter the way you like, avoid the use of expressions such as, "I'll drop my pen here," as your final sentence. It will pay off if your final sentence reads something like this: "Well, Jackie, before I sign off, let me wish you compliments of the season. Take care. All your friends here, Jimmy and Kweku, wish you all the best in your endeavors. Cheer up. Success will surely be yours." Remember that after your concluding paragraph and your final sentence, you need to write a subscription. Your choice of subscription would depend on the degree of intimacy or closeness you have with your friend. Look at the following examples. Which of these do you use as your subscription? Yours ever. Ever yours. Yours affectionately. Affectionately yours. Your sister. Your brother. Your loving son. Your loving daughter. Yours lovingly. Or lovingly yours. Which of the subscription above do you normally use? Many people use subscription in friendly letters which are inappropriate. Look at this subscription. Yours lovely. Do you think this subscription is right? If I say, "You have a lovely bag," what does the word lovely mean? The word lovely means beautiful, isn't it? Can you then say yours beautiful? The answer is definitely no. Similarly, some people place a comma in yours like this, making it possessive. Do you think it is wrong? Let's further remind you that you don't need to write your full name in a friendly letter. Neither do you need to write your signature. Just as you use your first name, so you are permitted to use the same first name in your subscription. You can end your letter like this. Remember always that the first word affectionately begins with a capital letter, but the yours does not. Finally, it is important for you to observe the necessary punctuations in your subscription. Look at the following: affectionately yours, comma, Kweku, full stop. A comma comes immediately after affectionately yours, or yours ever, or whatever you write, but a full stop comes after the name. Observe this carefully, especially when you are writing a friendly letter for the purpose of examination. The highlights we have raised in this chapter are the following. A friendly letter must have a concluding paragraph. The concluding paragraph sums up the issues raised in the topic sentence. There are many ways you can write the subscription of a friendly letter, depending on the intimacy existing between you and your friend. Your full name is absolutely not necessary in a friendly letter. You need to punctuate the subscription of your friendly letter. Congratulations! You have finally learned how to write a friendly letter. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video.